Didn't need any because he popped his own.
Yeah,
so
his own shadow bomb.
That doesn't answer for you guys. There it is.
I didn't even notice.
It's Tifu's in his lobby as well with Cloak, and Cloak's already down, but Tifu's eating way too much Storm here. What are you doing, buddy? He's going to come out with 9 HP. 9 HP, only 9 HP. That's going to be a scary situation for him at this moment. Can he find an Elam? There it is. He's focusing all of his targets on his nearby enemies. Cannot quite connect, though. He needs one of these guys, and it's Vinny, who had no health. So does Eddie. Spams both of these guys going down to just 1 shot. You cannot allow them to get revived, though.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen for Vinny. Because Zextro is far away from him, and he ended up getting cleaned up. So that elimination went and ticked in Tifu's favor.
Kind of crazy as Zextro managed to bounce back into this game.
Ooh.
Not only finding himself some Elams, but some heals to go as well. He does get chunked there, lands behind.
Oh, man, he went into the box, but the trap went out. That is crazy there, but then we have Armand. I saw Armand and Fernando Martinez.
That's right. And, you know, you actually don't even get the point if you don't secure the Elam, so that's kind of unfortunate for him.
True.
He gets denied a little bit there.
Tifu, he had 59 effective HP at one point, so he's kind of got back to a better position. And he has been in some scuffles. He has 5 eliminations currently. White damage, he knew he had that player basically done. And that is going to be an elimination, bringing him up to 100 actual HP, 51 shields there. Another Elam will give him 100.
Yeah, he also has 2 campfires, so he's set for that end game. And these last minute rotations here at the zone favor gives him the opportunity to sit still for a little bit and just work for placement at this point as he now approaches.
When I was your age, we was out in the arena playing real poker. Cowboy poker.
There's a thought.
Sorry, what's cowboy poker? We're not gonna do it, so don't worry about it.
Y'all sure about this?
Someone want to explain the rules?
Last one at the table keeps the fight. You want some courage?
Yeah. Drink up. Y'all are getting horse traded by this old Jimmy, stay seated. No matter what. Bull always goes for the table first.
This is nuts!
Yeah, there's not a lot smart about it.
Here we go, ladies.
Jake, let her rip.
Welcome to the Sept of Balor, a shrine to bad front office decisions, the kind that have led all of you here to the draft lottery. Today we gather in the presence of the lottery gods to witness the bestowing of the first pick. I am Mark Tatum, hand of the High Commissioner.
Where's the Silver Lord?
What, too good for us,
Yes, actually. And besides, this is sort of my thing.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just take a moment to appreciate Mark Tatum. It's right. Let's give a little love to the guy behind the guy.
Okay, all right, thanks. As per tradition, each house has chosen one delegate to represent them. I do question some of your delegate choices, but then again, questionable decisions are why many of you find yourselves here. House Pelicans. Come on, you know who the family was. That's better. Excuse me, House Mavs. What is this?
We're, triple ducks.
Okay, well, you gotta pick one representative, so figure out who is the next Dirk in the next 10 seconds, please.
Alright, well, I mean, I'm the most experienced.
Well, I'm clearly the face of House Mavericks.
And I'm from Dirk's hometown, so yeah, I mean, it's hard. We all have really good cases.
All right, you know what? I'll let you guys sort this out next season. House Lakers.
Hi. Hey.
Okay, so we are all good. Everyone knows how this works?
Not really.
Right, well, each house will have a chance to make their final plea to the lottery gods as to why they should get the first pick. So, who would like to be the first to make a claim? Great. The goat made poop on the floor.
Excuse me?
No, not you. Sarver, why is there a goat here? Because it's a metaphor, and it's funny. Okay, well, please send a new representative down. That would be okay. Floor is open.
Yeah. I said to the gods that you will give House Kings the first pick. Because...
Actually, no, it would go to the Sixers.
Oh, crap. Okay, gods. Give House Kings the second pick.
No, then it would go to House Celtics, I believe.
Wait, what? Okay, do something else.
No house has fallen harder than that of the Grizzly. Circus Saul is gone, but Chandler Parsons and his stupid contract remain.
Could be worse.
Bless us, O lottery gods, with Squire Zion, so that grit and grind may rise again, the bane to all Western power.
The great House Knicks has not had a first pick in over 30 years.
Lord Fizdale.
We finally have cast off our overrated European big men to make room for the great Zion. Please, gods, take that for data. Give House Knicks the first pick.
Oh yeah, please. If House Knicks gets Zion, they'll just send them away.
You, Sir Kristoff, are now banned from the garden.
Okay, you can't just ban an opposing knight from your arena.
You're banned, Mark.
Does anyone else want to make a plea for the gods? Ah, Sir Devin, welcome.
Screw House. They rejected our alliance and stole the first pick from us last year.
Yeah, they already have Luca.
No, they don't.
So who did you guys take? I think Trae Young.
Huh? What?
No?
We took DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, yeah.
Posey, it's actually pretty solid.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's quietly had a decent squad season.
Oh, that's good to hear that.
Sir Anthony Davis, you want to make a plea for House Pelicans?
Yes. Read this. We paid you to House Pelicans.
Stop that pop! Don't read that pop!
Ah, right. Okay, try this again. We House Pelicans are but a humble house, and we kindly ask you for your blessing. Zion is the hero that House Pelicans needs. A knight who can take us further than one playoff series win in 7 seasons. We once had a transformative all-realm knight, but he lacked the fortitude it takes to commit to a small mark. Okay, it's my fault that sorry I couldn't beat House Warriors with Drew Holiday and half a season of Boogie Cousins.
Thank you, AD. House Cavs, would you like to make your case?
If the gods truly care to see the Squire Zion flourish, they should give the first pick to House Cavs, where he will be surrounded by championship caliber veterans and a lord who knows how to win.
Please. You know, there's a reason I left. Twice.
Oh yeah, because you made House Lakers such a welcoming place for young talent. Who's fitting out now?
Hey, Kevin.
Yes, LeBron?
I miss you.
I miss you too.
All right, guys, let's maybe keep the overt tampering to a minimum. Okay, then. Who's next? House Hawks.
Wait, every house he has to go? Oh.
Yes. House Hawks, please, go ahead.
JayRock. Dear lottery gods, our house is on the rise. If Zion joins us...
Maybe a 42-year-old Vince Carter won't have to play 17 minutes of battle. Okay, who else? Minnesota? I mean, how many number 1 picks do you guys need to make the tournament? Apparently more than 3.
Hey, do us.
No. Who else? House Wizards? I mean, who wouldn't want to play with Dwight Howard? By the way, when does John Wall's Supermax start? Next year? Asking full friend. Okay, who else we got? House Bulls? Oh yeah, I'm sure Zion spent his first year having
Okay, alright, LeBron, please show a little respect. For many of these houses, this is the highlight of their season.
Oh yeah, why is that? Maybe instead of looking to the gods, you all should be looking at yourselves. Rubbish houses with uninspiring lord commanders, foolish masters of trade, arrogant lords.
No bad.
These are things a knight, no matter how great, can't overcome. I learned that the hard way. Zion may be the prince who was promised, but he will not save you. Because if you don't give a goat the support he needs, he's gonna walk out the door. And all you're gonna be left with is poop on the floor.
Alright, well, on that note, why don't we go ahead and see who got the first pick. And the winner of the Zion Lottery is House Pelicans.
So the key to getting notifications about new episodes of Game is by clicking the subscribe button.
Okay, so I move my cursor to the subscribe button.
Yes.
That is merely a pump fake. I open a new tab, I search Beanie Mellow, and I read the comments on my workout videos.
No, that's exactly what you shouldn't do.
Top 10. There you go. Placement points have been awarded at this point. What's he gonna do? He's still looking for some big elims here.
Way to turn something out of nothing. That's impressive. That was gonna be his floor. That was his floor.
Too. He places the cone right inside his bottom. Make sure he doesn't come up, but it's Ops who is waiting for T as he kind of waited a little too long behind there, drawing too much attention to himself. Lost the zone favor there. Niposi is now coming down as he lands right on top of Slayer. Will he make a move here? He has no more building materials left. Long-range shotgun shot right there is going to land for 52. Not too bad. Kind of whiffs that second one. Someone lands on him.
Oh, and Ops gets turned on. I thought that he was done. I thought Nip Ozzy was done there. But Ops, he was the one that would fall victim. And it gets himself 26 builds for that exchange. Fernando Martinez is going to be out of the action. Armand, his teammate, in the shadow bomb state, looking to stay alive here. And he's going to just pull as much of the resources as he can, Armand, to keep himself going. just saw that elimination go through down low on your left side here. Armando outside in the storm. He gets gate kept by Odd and Jacob. And now it is going to be a 1v2. And they continue to just tart this. They have a life lead so slightly from Jacob. Here we go. They're going for the challenge, and that's going to do it, the victory royale. Well played there by the duo in the 1v2.
Yep, they were just taking their time. They were the only duo in that game. Armand could have been the only factor that could have toppled those team over, but Armand got owned by Jacob and Odd on the rotation. Well played, well played. As we are now looking to load into our next game. If you guys are just tuning in, don't forget, we are queuing into the middle of the action here. So we are logging in around roughly zone 5 or so when teams are situated, kind of pushing past all that early and mid-game action and getting you guys straight to that end stuff here. It's actually, we're hopping in here with the zone 4 into 5 at this point. Into Elevate and Cease. We're at 2 eliminations here. Focus turns on to player. Nico live, it goes down right away. All of the AR shots connect. They know there's only one duo in here. And the push commences. They are pushing all the way through here.
They're looking for this
Lost
guy.
him. Shadow Bomb allows him to get away.
That pesky Shadow Bomb, but while it is a great tool for rotations, when you're in a fight and a player just opts to get on out of there, it oftentimes in these moments can lead you to be very frustrated. But now as we look at the lay of the land here and see some of the other players, we're going to have Cubsy and Mateos. We also had Creo there, who's going to be right in front of Mateos, and that's the elimination.
Yeah, nice little knock right there, too. That's going to put him back in this game right here. Fortunate for Creo, we saw him come really close for several weeks now. He's been relatively consistent, but not quite closing out when it matters. But we'll see if this weekend's going to be his to take. As we hop back over to the map, take a nice little look around, we jump back to our duo in the back. You see Cease and Elevate. After that, one elimination was a big loot delivery, and they also have no one nearby them. So they have plenty of space to kind of work around as Bully's just looking off in the distance. That lone warrior just kind of sitting there, trying to see what he's going to do. Shadow Bombs now pop. Off they go with this huge and long rotation here. Elevate using the mountain to his benefit to try and extend out as far as he physically can at that point. They're sitting on top of enemy cones, though, or this...
No, this is going to be theirs.
Their previous builds, yeah. It might actually be their previous builds. I know they know better to sit on enemy cones, so leads me to think that this is definitely a place that they've once visited in the past, but back across they rotate. Again, using the mountain, but Elevate gets trapped inside someone's box, and nice quick reaction there is going to break himself out here. As he is now split, he's probably going to go ahead and use his last mobility, but no, Cease is not too far off, so Cease actually doubled back here. And he's going to work his way up to his teammate. That actually was a scary moment for a second.
Really dicey, and that could have been an issue. But they do manage to regroup. And there you see the spots per region. Oceania, Asia, and Brazil all get one spot. Europe, we saw earlier on, 4 spots. NA East, NA in total gets 4 spots, but it is split between NA East and then West has 1 spot on that side of the country. Or the region, I should say, but
same thing.
You know, North America is technically Canada and the United States.
Oh gosh.
So, and here's the thing: my wife constantly tells me how wrong I am about all of this.
That you are, my friend.
And I'm never going to win that battle. So, you know, I just kind of I hurt myself sometimes. There's Macwood and Schmecht over at the side. You also had Motor, who we saw yesterday.
Dude, Fiber had no life. He just slipped right out of there, put the launch pad down. Nice little community contribution of him to give away the launch
He's a
pad
man of the
Elevate.
people. He's a man of the people, Monster.
Yeah, and you know, that's a huge thing, right? Because now Elevate... Oh, boy.
Wow, he got into the box. That player was concerned about the guy below him, and it turns out that duo was Cease and Elevate. So Cease was underneath, and then Elevate went right into his box, unbeknownst to him. Gets the elimination.
You talk about people landing in boxes. Kaizo just on shadow rotation was jumping across. Elevate was tarping out, caught Kaizo. Kaizo landed on the wrong team as well. Elevate's going to find himself a nice elimination. It's another loot delivery for these guys. This is why they're in first place right now. There's just moments, sometimes things just happen, and these are the cards that you were dealt.
Yeah.
And getting a huge replenish center zone like this puts you in the game. This gives you an advantage over all your enemies in the current lobby. And off they go to the next zone now.
And they can get up top and be above a decent amount of the players that are in the lobby. Yeah, the only ones that are going to be above them, Young Chung, you got Frat, Mikey, Mateos. But now a lot of them are starting to use some launch pads to get up top here. Cease and Elevate, not really looking to try and be too ambitious, but two players land, happen to be right in front of them, and they both managed to stay in this game, even though they landed right in front of Elevate. Cease was right there to back him up.
These guys are catching small balls and like...
Why can't I have these types of games?
Facts. It is going down. There are players landing all over them. Another box dive right here as they are working together to pummel this player here. He does manage to escape, kind of slips out the back build right there. Off they go. Nice usage of the storm here. So these guys are just storm coasting, following the edge zone here. They don't want to get too centralized. You don't want to get swarmed on. It's kind of already happened several times here. It's been some close encounters as someone is looking to do the same here, but Elevate's got his focus on him. He jumps down to Cease, decides, you know what, Cease has got his focus on someone else, and go back up my teammate here.
Just look at the way that they moved, the way that Elevate, he went down, he was targeting someone, teammate made the call, okay, I'm gonna go help you out. Wait a minute, we're not protected. I'm gonna go and put these walls down. And then just the correction, like, I can't even imagine the actions per minute that these players are putting out there. The way that they move around, it's so sick to see. But Elevate, he's dangerously low. He's at 11 HP, and he needs Cease to back him up here.
Yep, he did manage to kind of salvage that edit down. Someone did push him down, but he didn't forget about him. There goes the change of focus really quickly. That's going to pick him right back up into the game. And again, they're doing an excellent job hugging the storm line. They've been doing it this entire time, almost flawlessly at this point, as Elevate is now left to play by himself. Uses the storm zone to his benefit, gets up and over, but it's the storm now that's putting the most pressure on him, and he's trying to squeak his way out.
He has high ground.
Just passed underneath him.
He has high ground. He's up above, but there's going to be a player right next to him, and that's going to be Gandhi, who's out of the action. That's 7 eliminations, 3 for Cease, 10 total for the duo. You're going to have 4 players remaining, 3 duos left in this game, so one of these players is going to be a part of a full team. It's Fei-Tan. And there you got it. It's Young Chung and Frat up above, and Elevate gets the elimination onto Fei-Tan, leaving it a 1v2. Now the question is, how insane is Elevate? How good is he if he can win a 1v2 against Young Chung and his duo member? I don't think it's possible. This is going to be very challenging for them. He drops on down. He jumps down. He got to get the elimination. He does. He takes out Young Chung. That's going to leave it into a 1v1, and he's got to get to the safe zone. He restabilizes. He's in the safe zone. I can't believe it. Is this really happening? He challenges him in front. He's going to go back outside, but no. Frat will get the better of him. But man, that was intense. Frat had the high ground, and he still held it even through the insanity. That is going to give him the victory royale, but a second-place finish for our leaders, Cease and Elevate.
And kudos to Frat for not getting ticked, not making an error, not panicking under the situation, not getting hit by the storm. There was no way Elevate was going to clutch that out, even with the heal difference on the siphon at the end game.
Yeah.
Because Frat played it perfectly.
Frat would have had to have made a monstrous mistake and go and fight him in the storm.
Yeah.
Really.
That would have been the only way at that point they could have lost that lead right there. So, well played to him, keeping his composure even after his teammate going down there.
7 points, though, for the duo of the 100 Thieves duo is not bad. But, oh, nice shot with the silent snipe. Remember, folks, we have just a little, literally a little over an hour left of queue time for NA East. Coming up next is going to be NA West, and then we find out all the players that will be moving on to the Fortnite World Cup final. Right now, it's going to be Nova and Charlie, who have their time to shine. And Nova gets tagged up. It's going to be at 73 HP, and they managed to stay up.
I'm just thinking, like, Nova got a knock, and holy, he pushed all the way through the enemy tunnel, through that cobweb, right, of builds right there. He did not care. He wasn't afraid of no trap. He wanted that point. That was a W key if I've ever saw one. That was a super W key.
Well, speaking of
all the
W
way
keys,
through.
you got Tubby here, Tubby and Dopeye. This is a duo we've seen a lot.
Yeah, Dopeye. Dopie's been around. Dopie's been around for quite some time now. Again, another player who's just been on the scene, slowly but surely, keeping his presence, making sure his presence felt as he's laying down this AR fire here. Doesn't quite connect. Manages to break his teammate builds, blocks his backside. Played. See if he's going to jump down and pick up some goodies. What did Tubby get from the airdrop? Because they did shoot down the airdrop. So that was a nice little come up for them here. Campfire is being placed, so I'm assuming he got a camp from the airdrop. That's going to keep him in the game right now.
Yeah, but they're not really using it. Tubby put down the campfire and didn't stick around long enough because there were going to be players circling around him. That's Possessive Ed, excuse me, and Eclipse eliminated from the game. Tubby very low here. You got 1-2, as well as Carry and Smug. They're going to be in a fight, but look at the tracers being exchanged between all of these duos. Dopeye gets down in the action feed. I don't know if you saw that there.
Yep, and then 1-2 Asari goes down to the zone as well, so it's just going to be a trade out as they were battling too close to the storm line there. And it's W. Carry takes out Tubby W keys right there, so Carry actually wins the engagement as Dopeye and Tubby go down. But all this focus here takes out Excision. Jazzy's probably up next to get knocked here as we hop over to Nova, who's healing now.
Only using the med kit to bring him up to 100 HP. Might pop up behind this player here. Yes, he will. He'll pop up behind Jazzy, who was so focused with what was going on in front of him that he did not protect the wall behind him. But can you blame him? There was just so much going on there and so much pressure being applied by the enemy team. But Nova is going to reap the benefits for that one and start the rotation alongside his teammate.
That's right, and that's a nice little way to kind of come up on some shield right there, catch someone who's under focus, hit him from the blind side, and that's going to keep him in this round here. So we take a nice little aerial look at what's going on the map here. Eclipse still in the game. Deiji still in the game as well. You see Terrell not too far off in the distance. Here it comes. So this is a really good loadout, but a poor position to be in, I guess, with it. With that glider redeploy, you want to have that high ground. It allows you to save materials in this endgame. Even for mid ground, you get some free rotations as things are revealed. So Deiji looking for the edit right there. He actually catches Terrell, who was not too far from him on that rotation there. So Obvious and Deiji here. Still looking for someone. They hear some steps back here. Just kind of
the low ground
their way
game.
around. That's right.
They're playing around each other, hacking through walls, setting up their own walls so that if they want to challenge fights, they can. And there you saw, I would think that was going to be Eagle and ZDQW, who were right next to Deiji, and then they got out of there. They were like, nope, don't want to worry about that one.
That is right. It's another kind of calm situation here. All right, so the rift, or the shadow bombs, excuse me, have been activated, and off they go. Here it is, the effects now wearing off. As the effects wear off too, you get noticed. You're a visible target, so you have to be extremely careful on where you decide to land those final moments. You expose yourself, and it's Wolfgang Krims who catches Ricky GG. There's someone right to his side here. His teammate Spades. I'm not sure if he's still in the game. Yes, he is. He has 1 HP, though. You don't see any health bar on Spades there as he's desperately putting down fire on other players in this area. Obvious now finds himself with no health. Deiji is getting ticked out by the storm. Lands on a team here. Gets the connection. It's Charlie who goes down right there.
And you got Nova, who was with him, who had to get out of that fight because it would have been the end of their run here. Now we're going to be in the top 7. You have 10 players remaining. So a lot of players are just going to be fending for themselves, but a few duels will still be in the action.
Nice job by Deiji right there. Takes the wall, then takes quick care of Nova right afterwards. He doesn't have any of these walls anymore either. He's actually surrounded. It's Hornet, who he was just next to. He tried to get away from, but unfortunately Collateral puts him in a pinch there. Screen, Collateral, Hornet, all under fire at this point. Collateral goes down. Wolfgang Crims with no health in the high ground as well.
It's an FFA right now, Monster. You're going to have a 1v1v1v1 straight up. And Hornet is going to be in the ultimate low ground. Strain goes up, and he's getting ticked by the storm. And Crims has 1 HP. Is 1 HP going to be enough to bring him back in this game? Strain is so low as well. Is this it? Yes, he gets the 51 HP. That's huge. That could change the tide of the battle because he will have more effective HP than his opponent. He cannot allow Hornet to reset here, but Hornet's going to do it. Hornet's going to pop that mini and get up to 50 shields. Now, you're going to have Crims goes in for that fight with the combat shotgun. He's going to have the legendary rarity, and it's going to be Crims who gets the better there of Hornet. The victory royale and 8 points, 18 total.
Respect to them doing some nice little trade shots right there. But with that, we got Zeke and Sundown to take over.
Man. NA East. All right, guys, listen. You're bringing the heat today, okay? I wanted to see it yesterday. Fortnite fam doesn't get better than that. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what Golden Boys are like. Really? That's right.
Hey, like I said, the action has been hot indeed. I mean, the Titans of the East showing up today. Ninja and Reverse have been challenging, and the one thing it comes down to, you have to be able to execute. Every point matters, and this is against some of the best players in the game, players who have spent hours and hours in the scrims, and Ninja, with all of his competitive experience, says, Reverse and I can do this, able to take out their second victory royale that we've seen so far today, and just running down through here. Brilliantly done, closing in the players in the box and maximizing in terms of his eliminations. Speaking of the beasts of the East, the absolute Titans, you have Zexro on a nice little three-piece run here, looking like that John Wick skin. He is rocking as he slides down the side of the mountain with that combat shotgun, and then just immediately starts picking targets right away, cleans that one up, and as he pushes through, other players are going to begin to drop down onto him there. Tfue in this middle box, again, putting on a great show. Cloaksy, unfortunately, has been eliminated, but taking down Vinny there, picking up Eddie right afterward, and then being able to close it out, editing down Echoes, and then finishing him off there. And not to be outdone are the 100 Thieves Cease, the highest average eliminations across all of competitive Fortnite before we switched to the open format, and then paired off with Elevate. And Elevate had himself a run here, picking up that third elim and then continuing to roll it out, sitting on 4 right now, and then able to pick up a number of elims to get the siphon and put himself in a position where he can start challenging for the top. Again, Cease has gone through in the solos. Elevate has yet to qualify for New York City, so trying to do everything he can. Cease and Elevate have been so close. The WSOE previous winners, you see him challenge down on the low ground now. They said it could have been tight, would have had to make it, but this 1v2, he actually puts himself in a great spot. Fake the building out, gets the knock here, and then he's able to get the siphon. But one thing we need to note, he's below 70 HP, and he has the bandages. With the storm going to a full close, he could have built himself back up with the extra mats, boxed in, and then started forcing a heal off. He would have had more time, but instead, the opponent drops down out of the storm, he takes the fight, and Frat is able to get him the player from FlyQuest. So, will that end up coming back to bite Elevate? Because that could end up being as much as a 3 or a 4 point swing. And like we know on Sundays, every single interaction, sometimes it's not even about the points. Sometimes it's about the average elims per game, as we saw earlier today, coming down to Europe on that tiebreaker. And let's take a look at the standings. Right now, they're not stressed today. First place going out there. No victory royales yet, but 70 points. One Tap Deji and me is obvious in second with 63. And then the Ghost Boys, DMO, and Bizzle rounding out the current top 3. Again, less than an hour left in those queues, and you're going to be right about this tall to ride the ride today. You have a Brush and Sizlucky right now playing gatekeepers, but top to bottom.